eLumen instructions, advanced, distributing an activity-oriented single SLO rubric. Hello, in this video I will show you how to plan a new assessment in eLumen. Unlike the single row outcomes-oriented rubric in the video distributing a new assessment, this video shows you how to create a multi-row rubric for a single CLO. This is a particularly good way to create more complex rubrics in the style of the AAC&U value rubrics. For this example, we'll choose History, curriculum acronym HIST. The course will be History 102, Western Civilization since 1650. Here is the information from the faculty member. This would typically be provided by email following a request from the assessment coordinator. Note that the SLO is CLO2 for History 102, and the assessment tool, the work the students will do, is an essay. Here is the rubric. Note that this is a 4-scale rubric. It has 4 score levels. It also has 4 separate scoring criteria: thesis, context, evidence, and analysis and reasoning. As you will soon see, multiple criteria attached to a single SLO makes the activity-oriented rubric a good choice here. First, let's make sure the CLO is current. Since the current CLO should be available both at the Continuous Improvement CI website and in eLumen, let's check both places to make sure the CLO is included in both locations. Note, if the CLO provided by the faculty member is not in eLumen and in the list at the CI website, we will need to follow up with the faculty member and/or department to see which CLO is the one we'll actually assess. To access the CLOs at the Continuous Improvement SharePoint site, go to office.com, click on the SharePoint icon, and choose Continuous Improvement. Note that the address is mymsjc.sharepoint.com/sites/CI. Click on Resources, then in the first column under Learning Outcomes Assessment, click on the current CLOs. Choose HIST for History, then scroll down to History 102. We confirm that the CLO is very close to that provided by the faculty member. If you are unsure if the CLOs are close enough, contact the faculty member and/or department. Next, go into eLumen. In the role of Data Steward or Department Coordinator for the discipline, select HIST from the program list, just to the right of the role window. Next, click on SLOs and Assessments. Scroll down to History 102. We see that CLO2 is very close to that in the faculty email, and the same as at the CI website. So we are good to go. Let's check to see if there is an existing assessment in eLumen. That is, let's see if there is an assessment for history with the same CLO and rubric. Scroll back up to the top of the page, click on Assessments. Then click on Show Filters. Click on the down arrow inside the Course Context drop-down menu, and then click Select None. Scroll down to History 102. Now, click outside this menu without selecting something else. Let's check the most recent and only assessment, HIST 102, S18, all 3 CLOs H. S18 means that this assessment was already distributed back in spring 2018. Unless the CLO numbers have changed, it looks like it contains our CLO, number 2. Maybe we can modify it to create the assessment we need. Click on the row and then click View. Scroll down to the CLOs and their rubrics. Comparing with the information from the faculty email, we see that CLO2 is here, but this assessment is really 3 outcomes-oriented rubrics and their CLOs combined into a single assessment. We can't create the activity-oriented assessment from this. We will need to build a new assessment. Go to SLOs and Assessments and scroll down to History 102. Click on CLO2 in the second row. Click on More. Unlike building the outcomes-oriented rubric, we don't select performance descriptors. Instead, we go straight to the assessment. Click on Create Assessment. Enter the assessment name, HIST 102 S21 SLO 2 for criteria H. The H stands for HURT, the first letter of the last name of the person creating the assessment. Insert the first initial of your last name just so others can later trace creation of this assessment if needed. Enter the assessment description. This can be an abbreviation of the SLO statement. Enter the assessment type. From the information provided by the faculty member, we know the student work will be captured through an essay, so enter paper or short paper, whichever best fits. Leave the next two boxes unchecked. The reflections template is for this semester, spring 2021. It was set as the default for all new assessments. Note, for more on reflection templates, watch the video Creating a Reflections Template. Leave the following 4 boxes unchecked. For assessment scale, we know from the faculty email that the rating scale rubric is 4 scale, which is the default, so leave that as is. Rubric type is activity-oriented single SLO, the default again, so leave this as is. For number of criteria, we have 4, so put 4 in place of 1. Now click Generate Rubric Template. Note that there are 4 criteria rows, each 0.250 or 1/4 of the total rubric score. Type in or copy and paste the rubric information from the faculty member. Note, make sure the highest student performance goes in the 4 score, the next highest goes in the 3 score, and so on, until the lowest student performance goes in the 1 score. Here is our completed rubric. Click on Save and Plan. Note, if Save and Plan is grayed out, go back into the last rubric score definition you populated, remove a little bit of it, like the period, and then type it back in. That should make Save and Plan functional. Drag and drop the assessment just to the right of Plan, down underneath the course title and description where it says No sections with plan found. For the first window, where Find Assessment and all sections are selected, leave all default selections as is and click Next. You can also check Add this assessment to any new sections added to included term if you believe additional sections will be added later. You are almost done. Unless you want notifications and alerts to go out, deselect this option. I deselect this option because in the past, notifications went to faculty who had already submitted their scores and they found this annoying. Click Confirm. You should get a green success message in the lower right corner of the screen. Note, if the course is cross-listed or has an honors section with students enrolled, make sure you distribute the same assessment for these courses. If there are not existing assessments for these courses, you will need to create a new assessment for each course. You can check to make sure the assessment is planned as you intended. Choose Strategic Planning and click on Planner. You see in the lower left corner that there are 7 assessments planned, the 7 in 2/7, and that 2 have been completed. The bar is green for the completed assessment and mustard colored for the assessments that have yet to be started. Click on this bar just underneath Assessments. Now you can see the assessment information for individual courses. Scroll down to History 102 and you'll see the mustard colored bar again and the 0/2 indicating this course has 2 planned but unstarted assessments. Click on the bar again. Now you can see the sections and instructors. Hover over the mustard colored icon under the instructor name. There is the assessment you planned. If you want to check on the assessment details themselves, as if you were the faculty member who will be scoring it, go to Org Management and open it. Scroll down to the course, and in the row for the section you want to view, click on one of the scoring views. First, we'll click Scorecard View, the second blue box of the four. Hey, there's nothing there. Note, for assessments with more complicated rubrics, ones with activity-oriented rubric type, the rubric view is the only available view. Okay. Select Rubric View, just to the right of Scorecard View, the third box of the four. Click on the assessment name. The student names will be on the left, not shown here to protect their privacy, and the SLO and rubric will be on the right. Hit Cancel to escape. That's all for now. For more videos, visit the eLumen Instructions Advanced channel.